Now, in this video, we are going to be building a landing page, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can go about it. Now, remember, I said a landing page is very much needed when it comes to, what do we call it? When it comes to collecting emails and making money from them. All right. So this, what I'm going to be showing you, like I said, we're going to be using Systemi.io for all our practicals. However, I've also explained to you, and let me reiterate, let me say it again, that even though Systemi.io is one email service provider, there are tons, hundreds of them out there. So not just pay attention to how I'm using Systemi.io, I want you to pay attention to other different things, right? Just understand the basics of, creating a landing page, which is also called a squeeze page, right? Understand that, when you create this squeeze page, it's going to collect people's emails and their name if you choose to collect one, and various other things. Okay, so I love Systemi because it's a very great platform, has a lot of things. You can host a website even if you don't have money for a website. All right, so we're going to go about it. So first things first, when you log in, you come to your dashboard. Now, if you're using a phone at this stage, this is going to be it's going to be more complicated for you because you would have to go to your phone browser, log into Systemi, and open it in desktop mode to be able to make all these edits. And now, when we're building the landing page, it might be a lot more difficult for you, ideally. So what I would recommend is that if you want to use your phone, good and fine. It's just the same steps here. Just make sure you go to desktop mode, right? That I'm giving you no room for excuses. Alternatively, you can borrow your friend's laptop or anybody you know and get this done. You can find a cyber cafe if they still exist and get this done. So when we go to Systemi.io, when we've logged in, we'll come under to this place here, websites. Under websites, we'll click on sales funnels. What are we going to do? We're going to create a new funnel. If you are new, you have nothing here. So what I'm going to tap on now is this plus by the top right, create. I'm going to name this test 2, right? It's going to give the funnel domain name multiuniverse.system.io because basically it's a combination of part of my email address and the Systemi.io, their website. So they are hosting it for you, basically. Okay, they are hosting your website under them. So you can create a landing page to sell a product, to run an evergreen webinar and automate your business, and something custom. Okay, so build a custom funnel from scratch. But for the sake of what we're doing, we're just going to click on build an audience. Now, currencies usually is not that important. I've never really had to use currency here, but just change it to Naira. So Naira, right? And we click on save. That's all you have to do. You tap on build audience. It says I've excluded this, why I wanted to do something. So let me delete any of these previous ones. Delete. So you can do up to 4 landing pages. That's the limit, which is very good, by the way, because how many products are you going to create that you need 4 landing pages? And it's very practical, very, very practical. You would hardly ever need more than 1 or 2. So again, test 2, build an audience, right? So we change it to Nigerian Naira. Now that we've done that, we click on save. Now it has been built, right? This funnel has been built. You can view, you can duplicate, you can share, you can deactivate, you can go to the settings here and the rest of that. However, we're just going to click on this because now we want to automate it or want to do it ourselves. So when you come over here, you see that this funnel consists of 3 steps: squeeze page, thank you page, inactive page, right? This page is only displayed when the funnel is disabled. So when you've deactivated it in that settings I just showed you earlier, now this is when this page will show. Okay, but we have no need for, sorry about it, it's already taking me to the edit. So let's go back. It's taking me to edit the inactive page, and we don't need to do that yet. So a squeeze page and a thank you page is ideally what you need. All right, but we're going to focus mainly on, sorry about that, we're going to focus mainly on the squeeze page. So if you notice I made a mistake now, I simply just moved my thank you page to the top. So when somebody comes in, let me explain this again so you're not lost. When somebody comes in, they're going to meet a page like this where they're going to put their first name and their full name, their name and their email. That's what we call a squeeze page. It's for collecting information. I've mentioned this in the previous class. Now, once they've submitted, you can either redirect them to a thank you page or they can go to something else. Now, what I'm going to be showing you in this video is how to design this squeeze page where you're collecting their emails, and then you want to and give them that lead magnets that we offer to them. Okay, so we're going to just choose a template here. You can even choose, I think they give you option to choose a blank template. Okay, they didn't give me an option to choose a blank template. So now what we're going to do here, we're going to come and click this number 1 here, so you can preview the template, or we can select it. So we're going to select it. Now, what is templates? I believe you know the meaning of the word template, so I don't need to come and start explaining it again. Basically, these are already pre-built pages that can give you an inspiration of what it is you want to create. But if it's not what you want to create, you just edit it. So it's not really ideally what we want to create, but we're going to edit it. So now we're going to come here. We're going to, after we've clicked on the squeeze page you want, it has given us a link. Yeah. So we're going to carry this link, we're going to keep it here. We're going to copy and paste it here. What I like to do is I like to paste it on my phone and be using my phone browser to see as I'm building it in real time. But since I cannot be showing you guys my phone automatically, I'm just going to use this one right here. Now we go back to this page. We're going to come down here. Remember, this is where you copy the link. This after using the URL part, you just come down here and you copy it. And I think you can edit this 780AA901 to whatever it is you want. So you can name it lead magnets, lead page, email page, anything you want to name it, you can just put that name here. So the whole link will come out as HTTP your email, whatever your username is going to be, system.io/lead page /email page /newbie offer, stuff like that, right? So that's how it's going to come out. Now we're going to click on edit page here. That's what we're going to do, because now I want to design the page. Now remember what I said about what landing pages or squeeze pages are in the use case of what we're using it for. So it's going to take a while. It's going to load up. And now we've come to where we can design this page. Okay, so I don't think I've everything loaded up. Sorry about that. So give it a moment, let it load up, so you can see the full page. All right, so it has loaded up. Now we're going to start designing this page. All right, so we can come here and collect things that we want to design the page or design on the page and use. So let me explain some things to you in the simplest way. Now, when you come here, everything might look confusing, because what you're seeing here right now, is basically this page. Remember, this is not, we're not editing this page here. This is how the page looks. If I give you the link now, you go, this is what you're going to see. Volunteer in your community, this Latin word, which is just basically a template. Okay, you have an image in the background and all of these things. So all we are seeing here is this, because this is the template we are using. So now we're going to come and edit this to what we want. Now, before we start editing, I'm going to show you a few things. So I'm thinking of the best ideal formats to show you this, so it just gets easy for you. But the first thing we're going to do right now is to go and create a landing page or a squeeze page copy on ChatGPT. Okay, so we're going to go to chatgpt.com. We're going to go to any of the previous lead magnets we've created. All right. So they have some new stuff on ChatGPT, but now it's not the time. So let's go to our gluten-free bakery, which was the last one we did, right? So, or should we use this one? Yes, let's just use this one. So we're going to tell ChatGPT in that same chat, I want you to write a squeeze page copy for this lead magnet. So this is just the most basic form. You can tell it, you can give it, remember, I'm always telling you guys, you can always give it more context. Okay, you can always give it more context. Oh, I'm running this to Facebook ads. Oh, I'm running this. Oh, I'm using this for organic traffic. Any of those things you want to post, you can always give it more context. Okay, so it goes, here's a squeeze page copy that we can use to promote your 10 days easy gluten free. Because remember, as we want to promote this thing, that people will come click on our website and say, okay, here's my first name, here's my email. I want to learn about this, your bakery, and creating these snacks. Okay, so it goes, discover this, the headline it gave you, crave worthy gluten dessert free now at your fingertips. Download our free recipe guide and treat yourself without the gluten, right? So that's kind of good. But I think I just prefer the sub headline alone. Discover 10 easy to make mouth-watering gluten-free desserts that will have everyone asking for seconds, even the non-gluten-free folks. Okay. So you can see that this is what we're going to use as our headline. I don't like this initial headline. All right. So it has a sub headline. Now we're going to take this and we're going to put it in when we're editing our landing page here, our squeeze page here. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm just showing you how to do it with a format, but I'm also going to show you how to delete everything and just start afresh. So now we have all of this right here. So it says inside you get chewy gooey chocolate chip cookies, fudgy blah blah blah. It's just basically telling you this thing. So this is the body and this is the copy, just like the email. Okay. So the call to action is enter your email below to get instant access to the free recipe guide now. Right? Name field, email food, download the distance, right? That's the button that's going to be here. So I'm going to show you how we're going to translate this thing right here into a copy on this. So first things first, what do you want? Do you want a simple landing page? Do you want to design? Because if you come over here, if you tap on this image right here, I believe you can find a place where you can change the background image. Okay, so if you scroll down, you can see where to change the background image. Now, if you look at the top right, you can see this thing that looks like a phone next to this triangle button here. So this phone button is to show how this page you're building looks like on phone. Okay, so you can even do all your edits on phone. Ideally, if you're using a laptop and this looks good for you, this should be the best thing you should be doing. Okay, that's what you should be doing. Now we'll come here, we'll tap over and anything you want to remove. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. Let's go again. So you tap on this. This is the phone. Now, next here, you have this something like a play button, like triangle. If you tap on this, it's just going to preview the page. But we've already created our own preview, which is basically we can check anything that we do here, as long as it updates fast. Sometimes it doesn't update fast. So let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So I want to make a change on one of these pages right now. So here, I want to delete the volunteer. Right? So I'm going to delete the community. I'm just going to leave VO, okay? And I'm going to tap on save. So any change you make, automation rules, what's this? This is not an automation rule now. What's wrong with these people? I should have opened a new account for this thing. So give me a moment, let me sort this out. All right, so you can see that I came over here, I deleted those letters. And if you go over to the page to preview, you'll see that those letters have been deleted. Now, let me show you how you edit every single thing here and add and delete elements. Because most times, especially if you've never done it before, when you see something like this, or when you see a website, you're like, oh, this is fancy. Oh, this must be complicated. How do people do this? It's not. Everything to build it is very easy. Simply drag and drop. So you can see right over here on the left-hand side, you can see this place. It has text, headline, bulleted list, content box, image, video, audio. Now, if you want to add any of these things, this is where you come and drag it from. So I want to add a headline. I will come here and add a headline and drag a headline and put here. I want to add a text. I'll come here, add a text. I want to add a bullet point or a list. I'll come here, I'll drag it. If I want to add a video, I'll come here, I'll drag it and put. If I want to add an image, I'll come here, I'll drag it and put. So that's how it's going to work. Now, as you can see, as I'm hovering around here, you can see different things there. You can see the settings icon. You can see these two icons here. What you usually to do is to duplicate. You can see this icon here. You can see this delete button. So we're going to delete this because I don't want this on my landing page, right? I don't like it. So I'm going to delete this entire thing here. Okay, so I'll hover around it. When it shows me something, I'm going to tap on delete. All right, so once I tap on delete, I'm going to click on save. You want to be saving your work as often as possible. So it has saved as it stopped loading. Now, if we go over here and we refresh it, you will see that this top page should disappear. So let's refresh it. Let's see if it's saved. Yeah, as you can see, that top page has disappeared. That place I deleted. Okay, so down to this background, we can change the image if we want to. Okay, so you can see the background color, you can see the inner background, you can see the background image. So we can come here and we can upload an image, any image we want to. So do I have your images here? Okay, I have very old images here. So let's take this one now. This is a very ugly page, by the way. Let's just take this one. As you can see, as I uploaded the image there, this background image has changed. So I'll click on save again. You want to be saving as often as possible, but it's not a but it's just a habit you want to make. Okay, you can do everything once, then save, but you want to be saving as often as possible because, especially if you're doing it on maybe something that maybe your battery will soon die, stuff like that, you want to keep that in mind. Okay, so now we have this. Now, what are we going to do here? So now we have a background image. You can also not decide not to put a background image, okay, and just change the background color to let's say red. All right, so we can change the background color to red. That works too. Okay. As you can see, you come over here, you change it to red. Sorry about I didn't show you how I did it. So it's still in the same place where I went to change this thing. So anytime you tap on something inside this page, remember we're using a phone format. This is the best way, so it's even easier for you to see. Anytime I tap on something here, anywhere I want to edit it to show on the left-hand side. So look at the left-hand side now. I'm going to tap on this. I'm hovering around it with my cursor, with my mouse, and it's showing me, oh, text head. It's a text headline box. I can duplicate this. If I duplicate it, it will have two, right? I can go down here. I can delete it, right? So I'll delete it because I don't need two. Now, if I tap inside it, you see that this has changed. Now, this thing at the right, this hand, this, what would I call this again? Basically, it's like a dashboard. It has changed, right? So I can come here, I can increase the font size, which is the size of the letters. I can increase the line height. I can change the font type. If I don't like the way this font is, which is this writing, I can change it. I can space the letters more, right? I can change the color of the text or the background color. And I can do a couple of other things. These other ones, I don't really ever use them, okay? And I can decide if I want it to be visible on only desktop, which is like computer and laptops, or only on mobile, which would be like tablets and phones, okay? And we can even do HTML attributes, but I'm not teaching you that one, but that one's too far. What I just want to show you is a simple way to do this. So I'm just showing you how to navigate building this. So if we come down to this text box, you can see that if we click on it, the same thing. You can do font size, any of all those things. We can easily get them done, all right? So if you want to edit this, you have to tap on it and remove the words. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and get our headline, because your headline is going to be bold. Okay, so your headline is going to be bold. So I'm going to come over here and get our headline. I told you I don't like this main headline, so I'm just going to use only the sub headline. Discover 10 easy ways to blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to delete this. Then I'm going to paste this. Okay. And you can see that, oh, it's too big. It's too big, right? You can see that the design has changed. The color has changed. If you can see, it's looking too big. It's not fitting in. So what are we going to do? I'm going to come over here and reduce the font. The font size is 40. So we're going to come over here and reduce it. Reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. You can use this bar to reduce like volume and reduce it. Or you can use it, but I'm just going to reduce it with this. It's just easier for you to see. Okay. And when we scroll up, so when we come back here, we can see that it has reduced. However, you cannot really see it here. You cannot see what is written here, right? And that's because the color is a different color. When I copied and paste, the color changed. I don't know what the color changed to, but you cannot really see it, okay? So what we're going to do here, we're going to change we're going to go back again to this right left-hand side and find where we can change the color. Okay, so we can reduce the font size. Now it's time for us to change the color to white or red or something that will make it pop. So it's to go over here, and then we're going to look for color. It says text background color. I don't know if it's, I think background color is not for it alone, but if it's not showing me another color, let's use that. Okay, this is almost the same across all this. And once you know how to use all these elements, even if this is my first time editing this on Systemi.io, the previous pages you've seen is people who are hired that were doing it. But since I know how to do this basic thing on WordPress and I have the common sense of it, then it doesn't matter which platform I go to, I am not going to find myself struggling. And this is exactly what I want for you, because when you have this, you are basically almost indispensable. You can do a lot of things. You can create magic. You can do things yourself. So we're going to go here. We're going to click on color. We're going to click on color. And I'm not really seeing any good color here. So this is showing me the background color. I want the main text color. So since I'm not seeing any color here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back inside here. I'm going to copy all of this, and then it's going to bring up something. As you can see, as I've marked all of this, like I want to copy it, it has brought up something. So I think this should be where I can change color. Yeah, so I'm going to change this color now to white. I'm going to move it to white. And that's it. So I'll click on save. And I'm going to uncopy it. And you can see that it's now more visible. It's now this thing in white. Discover 10 easy ways to make mouth-watering gluten-free desserts that we have everyone asking for seconds, even the non-gluten-free folks. Now, we can also edit parts of this. So we can come here and this part of this headline I've copied, I can increase the size, I can reduce the size. If I click H1, it will make it bigger. If I click H2 to bring it back to normal, any of the things I want to do, if I click H6, it's going to make it very small. It's going to change, but it seems like I cannot edit this alone. It's changing this particular thing alone, so it's changing everything. However, I can underline this, and it's going to underline everywhere from here to here. I can change the color of these words alone. I can make this italics, which is going to be slanted. So let me leave it so you can see what's happened here. So you can see I underlined it. This underline now is the part I copied. So it's only underlined all these parts. If I want to do only desserts alone, I just do this and I can just do this now and I can do underline and to show. If I want to strike through, which is like cancel the word, like it's looking like a cancel the word, you can see it's desserts is no longer showing. Okay. Now, ideally, you can also change the color right here too. You can also undo it here. Anything you do, you can undo it here by just tapping, going back there and doing that. So you can also make the word bolder, okay? Make the letter bigger. So I'm just going to change this to, we're not really trying to build like the most perfect landing page here. I'm just trying to show you something. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to save. And as you can see, discover 10 easy ways, 10 easy, blah, blah. Just leave it basically. You can see that I've changed this to red. Now, I'm not doing a perfect design. As you can see, I also wanted to get the point of how you can easily edit these things yourself, because it's very important to me that you know how to run this thing yourself. Okay, so it's not like I'm doing a perfect design here. Now, because as you can see, this color does not match, this red does not match. Okay, so you can just, if you're editing this, make sure you change it back to something. You can change it to black. You come here, you drag this cursor down all the way to this black here, right? And you click on save, and you see, oh, it has changed to black. Okay, that's how you do it. So we've done discover 10 easy ways to make that I'll have you blah blah blah. So this is the main headline. Remember, we did not have a sub. We did not take the sub. So initially, this main headline would have been what will be here. Would have been what will be here. But since I didn't like the main headline, I don't want to come and start teaching you how to use ChatGPT again too, because I know you know exactly what to do. You can just tell you to change the headline, give you a headline variant, okay? Since I don't like it, I just left it. Now, this would have been where the sub-headline will be, but sometimes it's also okay to have just one main headline. That's entirely fine, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is you can write this in a long format, or you can just we can copy this now and say, and we can copy this right here and put this in. So we're going to copy this. Let's go back to our editor. Remember, you want to save and you want to check how these designs are, by the way. So if we refresh this, it should load up. It doesn't load up. Okay, so you go back to this place, click on that preview button, and now it hasn't caught up yet. So sometimes you try to refresh and it would not really load up as soon as possible. Just make sure you are saving. Once this thing stops circling or stops loading, it means that you've saved your work. So okay. It's also possible that this is being loaded up, but it's not showing the way it's meant to show. Yeah, so you can see the problem. It's only showing like that in phone formats. Everything that is happening here now is only showing like this in phone, which is my bad. So we want to remove this from, it's only for phone. So this is only going to be designed for, if you use a phone to go, it will show all these landing pages exactly the way it is. Let me see if I can find a setting to make this not only mobile only. So they didn't give me an option. Let's see if the settings will give me an option. Color of links, alignments, background color, blur. Okay. Nothing here. So everything we're just editing now is just going to be in phone format. And I'll show you in a phone recording basically after we're done editing this year. That's what we're just going to do because you want to make sure it's tailored for phones. The reason is because 9, 10, 20, what am I saying? 90, at least 95% of people that you are going to be doing this stuff for are going to be using their phones. Okay? Like anybody you're going to be sharing this link is most likely going to be opening it on their phone. So you want to keep that in mind while you are building your landing page to collect emails. Okay? So alternatively, you can cancel this and build in desktop mode, and that works too. So you can cancel this and build in desktop mode. So we can come over here, still the same settings. We change the background, we remove the background image, right? So we'll come over here, we remove the background image. Let's first paste this in. No, I don't want to start again from beginning, I beg. Please, let's go back to what we're doing before. At the end, I'll just show you how it works on phone. So come over here. We've designed this. Discover 10 easy ways to make mouth-watering, blah, 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 right? Now, we've copied something new. We've copied this, right? If you've ever struggled to get. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go back here. We're going to click on this. We're going to delete all these pre-written words that is in Latin. It's just a placeholder. It's just there for being there. So we click on paste. And for some weird reason, if you copy and paste, it's not coming in that exact color that it was before. Maybe it's because I deleted all the messages first. So right now we're going to change the color. We're going to change the color back to white. So we come over here and we put it at white and we click on save. Okay. So we click on save and you can see. So it goes, discover 10 easy make mouth-watering gluten-free desserts that we have everyone asking for seconds, even the non-gluten-free folks. If you've ever struggled, sorry about that. If you've ever struggled to find delicious, simple gluten-free dessert recipes that actually taste amazing, well, then this guide is for you, whether you're baking or this thing, okay? So inside, so I didn't even copy the whole words and change them to white. So let's do that now. Or let's just delete this, okay? Let's not use this entire word. Let's delete this. We're not using it. Okay, so now you can see that it has reached the page where you're going to, it has reached the part where you're going to collect these people's emails. Okay, so what are we going to do? Very simple stuff here. Now you can come here and search for emails or search for stuff to collect their emails. But what I like to do is I'll just come here and I would duplicate this. So now it's asking for email. Now I'll tap on this. I'll tap on this email and I will change the thing from asking for email to asking for first name, right? And second one will be asking for email, and that's it. So somebody comes here now, they put their first name, they put their email, they click on contact us. Okay, they click on contact us, and they will basically sign up. They will basically have joined our email list and they'll have signed up. Remember, the reason they want to give us their email is because they want to get this book. They want to get this book that we've created here. They want to get this book. That is book that we created with ChatGPT. So what we're going to do is, one way we can do this is we can go on Google Docs, and you know that method I showed you where you copy their link, where you copy the link, you can carry that link right now and paste it. All right, so I'm going to show you how it works. So all right, this is the book. This is the book, right? So I didn't name itself. So, okay. Now we're going to click on share. So we're going to share and make it not private anymore. We can make it anyone with link and just leave it at viewer. And we'll copy this link. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this link. We'll go back here. When they put their first name, they put their email, you have a call to action button here. Now, this call to action button here says contact us, but we don't want it to say contact us. Okay. So we're going to click on it, and then we'll find where we can edit what it says. All right. So on the left-hand side, anything you click, you want to find it on the left-hand side. So you can see the button text says contact us. Now we're going to delete this. And we're going to put what ChatGPT said we should put here. So ChatGPT gave us a button. It said the button should be download my free recipes. Download my free recipes. That should be the button. Okay, so we're going to put the words there now. Download my free recipes. So on button text, we'll click download. All right, that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, remember that you see these words in here. Since it's in the button, it seems like in this in system.io you cannot edit it. However, you should be able to change the color of these words inside here to whatever it is you want and the rest. Now, if you look at the top, if you look at the right, if you look at the left again, you can see that it says, what do you action that happens when the button is clicked? It can be submit form. That means they just submit the form and that's it. They've submitted their full name and email, they've joined your email list, and there's nothing that is going to happen again. It can show a pop-up, it can open a URL, it can download a file. Okay, so there are two things that can happen. Okay, so it can either there are things that it can either just submit the form and nothing else will happen. They'll just be on that page. It will just maybe show them a sign that, oh, form submitted. It can show a pop-up. I'm not going to talk about that one. It can open a new link, a new website, whatever it is. Okay, or it can go to the next step of this funnel. So if you want to put a new link, you click on this and it's going to tell me to type the link. So I can just paste this link I copied from this thing here. It's going to take them to this part, to this book immediately after they put their first name and their email and they click on submit. Right? That's one way. Alternatively, I can change this from open a URL to download a file. Now, this file, I can come over here. Pay attention, though. Okay, I can come over here. Remember what I showed you guys, and download this as a PDF format. Okay. All right, I can come over here, download it as a PDF format, and then I will go here. It has, when I change to file, you can see that it changes the options here. If I put it at open URL, it just tells you this. If you put it at next step is going to be in that early funnel stage. It's not going to tell you to do anything. But ideally, what you're going to be using is either just submit form, open URL, or download file, depending on what it is you want to do. I want to be creative with this. All right, so we're going to click on download file, but I want to show you something here. So now we'll come here. We're going to select that book that we just downloaded from this thing. Okay, and we're going to upload it. And as you can see, we've uploaded the book. So now, when somebody comes and they click on this download my free recipe, once they've put their first name on their email and they click on this thing, then it's going to automatically download the book for them into their browser. Okay, and they can access the book. That's how they get it. And you on your own end, you've added their own email. That's how it works. Okay, you've added. I will show you everything on the back end once all of this is done. Okay, so that's it. So we've changed this. You remember how we changed this to first name and email? Okay, so even if you are using a page that doesn't have this, you can just tell the page to put in a form input. You can come here and copy a form input, or ask for full name and email. Any of these things that you can actually copy and paste here. So you have elements, you have blocks. I've not really used blocks when I've been building, but they're also good. So example is this opt-in form now. If we copy this opt-in form, you can see that it just asks for just email. Okay, it has some that have for just emails, giving you different templates where you can collect first name and email. So let's choose this one now. You can see that it has added this. It has added this block here, which reminds me, I've not deleted all of these things at the bottom because we don't need all these extra things. Okay, so we delete them. We delete this. Delete. Just delete. Okay, since they did not give us, we delete this. Delete. We delete. Want to delete this entire thing. So if you want to save time, you want to delete the biggest listing. It will delete everything inside it. So click on delete. It will tell you confirm, deleted, right? You can see. So this entire thing here, I want to, instead of me deleting all of this one by one, because if you just want to remove only these parts now, I can just delete it, okay? And it will delete only that logo. But I want to delete everything here, both this about everything. So I'm going to tap on here, okay? So I'm going to tap on here. I'm going to tap on here. I'm going to click on delete. I like to delete everything, okay? So the same thing here. I can delete this entire thing, but this is just what we added. But just for the sake of this video, let me delete it. So you see everything being added again. Delete. So this is not, is this individual? So you can see it when it shows the blue parts. Delete. Okay. delete this image. So this is a lot of things. This is why you might want to you want to use a small template that doesn't have it deleting all these things, but it doesn't matter. This is the part I know is going to be a lot of work, but that's the beauty of it, because it's something that you have to set up once and you're not setting up again. So there's a lot for me to delete here. Oh my god, I didn't even know that. Why is our website so long? Okay, so when you're doing this, you can play around with it. I'm sure you can find a place where you can automatically delete everything. Then you can start building everything yourself from scratch. I think I'll make another video too, so you can see how you can build everything. In fact, I think after I'm done with this, and I've shown you on the phone, I'll show you how you can build everything yourself from scratch. So you can see that we've deleted everything, almost everything. Right? There's still something at the bottom here. We've deleted it. Okay, and then we click on save. Click on save. That's what we've saved. All right. Now, if you click on the link and go to this page, this is just what is going to show the way it is on the phone format here. All right. I don't know why this is mobile only. I wish I could change it. Let me see if I can change it. So, I unticked desktop. That's why. So, desktop too. So, click on save. Okay. And let's see if this changes on the desktop. So let's try the preview again and see if it updates. Doesn't matter. As we do more updates, it will update. All right. So we've gotten all of this right here. So we've gotten our headline. We've gotten the simple short copy. Ideally, this is what works. Forget this thing that ChatGPT wrote here. Oh, what you're going to get inside. This is just long. You just want something simple. Click here to download my 10 easy gluten-free this thing. Click here to download, or click here to join the webinar. What you learn inside the webinar, all these kind of simple things. It's not long. Even what ChatGPT wrote here is not long. So you can see it, okay? So you can see that this is very simple. What you're going to get inside. Simple stuff, you just copy it and paste. So now we're going to go back here. And if we want to expand this, what we're going to do, we're going to come here. You see this bulleted list is for creating a list like this. This one that's ChatGPT wrote here. What you're going to get inside. Inside you get tree, blah, blah, blah. So what we're going to do, we're going to come over here and carry it. We're going to copy it and we're going to paste it here in between. Okay. So as you can see, we've pasted it here. So what are we going to do? Well, you can edit it normally. You can just edit it like with typing and the rest. But since we're copying and pasting, remember, it's not most. If you are finding it difficult to copy and paste when you're doing your own, just type it with your hand. Okay. So we just copy this. Come over here and paste. Okay. So you can see that it has the whole bullet list now. Now, you can say it's not showing, and this is a problem that happens. It's one of the things that happens. So we're just going to change this again back to whatever color is going to show on this background, because it's showing black on black, so it's not really giving us the color we want. So we've done that, and now it should show clearly, right? This is the bullet list, okay? Then we can also add texts right here in between, okay? Now, this text is going to start basically as that Lorem Ipsum stuff, which is what you're going to be familiar with as time goes on, because that's what everything shows. All right. Even if you download a template on Google Docs now to show you Lorem Ipsum and the rest. So we're going to come here. We're going to copy this call to action. Enter your email address to get instant access to the guide now. Okay. So we're going to do this in your own time now. You see how it's pointing, how that finger is pointing right. You don't have to come and copy and make the finger point right. You can change this emoji, this finger right here, to be pointing down. Okay. So again, we're going to come and change color. You can see where I'm clicking to change the color. All right. So come over here. All right. I will click on save. Okay. So you can see everything here. Everything has been added. Enter your full name and your email. Click on download my recipes. You can see that we've already set this button that when you click on it, it downloads it either changes to download file. Okay, it instantly downloads the file, or you can put entirely another link. Another link. You can put a whole other link here. Okay, you can put a whole other link here on that website, whether you want them to go and join something else. It doesn't matter. you can put a whole other link here. So you can see that this has kind of updated in the laptop formats. Like the things we've added are showing here. The Discover 10 Easy Mouse was showing this thing, all of these things down here. But you see, it's not really formatted well or looking good on a laptop. But it doesn't matter. When I'm building websites, I don't care if, when I'm building a landing page, I don't care if it doesn't look good on desktop. And people used to yab me, but it doesn't matter. It has made me a lot of money because, like I said, like 95% of everybody that's going to be clicking this is going to be clicking it on their phone. The ones that will click it on their laptop, they don't really care. They'll just go through the website like that. They're not looking for one ultimate user experience, okay? So we continue. So we've basically done all of this. We've created this. We click on save, and that's it. That's it. It has been created, okay? So if you want to, remember, if you want to edit this in laptop formats, you can just simply come here. If you want to edit in the phone format, you can simply come in. Now, when you tap on this button, don't forget that when you tap on this button here, this download my recipes button, there are things you can do. You can centralize it. You can increase, you can change the text, you can increase the font size, you can change the fonts. If you don't know what font it means, I cannot come and start telling you that now. All right, you can change the background color, you can change the text color. You can see right here, you can change the text color. This download my free recipes, I can change it to red. The same whenever you click on all these things, it will bring up this thing here. So you just need to draw the button wherever it is to fit the narrative. So if it is here, I drag it here, and now the button has changed to red, right? Simple as that. If I want the background of this thing now to be, I need it to be a color that would not affect. Let's change it to white. The background of this button to be white, and you can see it has changed to white. Okay, so these things are very simple. You just drag and paste. Okay, so that's how you do it, and you can play along with a couple of things here. I don't really play along with because I don't know a good number of things here. I just do the basic things. Okay, so any kind of edit you want to do, you can come here. Just all you want to do is first you want to tap on this, and then you can perform the edits there. Okay, so you tap on this. But if you're not clicking on anything, it's going to take you back to this basic where you can copy or drag anything you want to add, whether it's a text, whether it's a content box, whether it's a block where you want to add in opt-in forms, which is basically where people can put their first name and their email, or you want to add page endings, or you want to add pricing plans, any of these things, testimonial boxes, play around with it. That's what I want you to do, play around with it. And if you've ever, if you've ever done something and you feel like, oh, you made a mistake, you want to go back, or maybe you did something and it's spoiling everything, you come to this top right here, next to this S button, you can see this reverse. If you click on it, it will take you back. And if you click on the right one, if it's visible, it will take you front. Okay? So this is all you need to do. So now I'm going to take you to a phone format. Actually, I don't want to take you to a phone format to test this, okay? But I'll drop the link in I'll just draw. This is a very ugly landing page, by the way, but it's also kind of decent. So we're simply just going to click on save, and then we're going to test this, okay? So we can either test this preview page, but I want us to go back to this point here. We're going to copy this link. Now, once we copy this link, we're going to come here, we're going to paste the link, because this is the link you're going to paste on anywhere you want people to go and put their full name and email, okay? Anywhere you want them to go and put their full name and email. So you can see that this right here, we've gotten everything. So now we're just going to come here, we're just going to put Walter, and then I can just put maybe my email, right? And click on download my recipes. And you can see that it automatically downloads it and take me to the book. That's it. Now, let me make a slight edit again. So let's go back to that edit page, okay? I want to show you what happens if you put any link at all, okay? So if we go back to these points, change it back to phone format because it's just easier for me that way. And we click on this button, and instead of it to download the file, it should open a URL and it stays on this system. We click on save, okay? If you don't want it to download the book, because it's also okay, download this book. If you don't want it to download the book, we simply go back here, click on download my free recipes. Oh, it still does not update it, sorry. So make sure it's saved. Everything is on desktop and this thing, okay. All right, so simply go on this page. We want to refresh. Let's see if it has updated. And then we click on download my recipes. You see that it takes me to the link and opens this page automatically. I can take any link. Let's just let's just type something. Let's just type Amoeba, right? So let's go to a website about this. So we go to these websites. We'll copy the link of these websites now, Britannica. So just in case you want to put any website link, you go back to these points, okay? You go back to this button, because this is the button that you're going to click when they are done. You tap on it, you change the website link, the URL that they're going to go to. You come here, you paste this, good. Click on save. Sometimes I like to tap save like 2 times to make sure it updates, okay? We go back to this landing page. Where is the landing page? Oh, aha. So is that the landing page? Okay, so we'll go back to this landing page. Oh, that's not where it is. So maybe it has. Basically, we're just going to go back here. All right, so we're going to go back here, copy this link and paste it again, paste the page again. All right, remember I pasted the link to this Amoeba page. That's what I did. I changed the button that if we click on name and email, it takes us to that thing. So we click on Walter, then we'll put any email, and we'll click on download my recipes. Now, it has automatically redirected and taken them to this page. So this is easily how you automate things. You get them, it's just done. You're not the one that is saying, okay, come, go to this link. So if you want to create a separate page on Stemi.io where you want them to go, even if it's a blog post or something that you want to use and design a page where you want them to go and take action, you just simply paste it in that button, and that's how it's going to work. Okay, so that's simply how it works. So now, when you come over here, once you're done, you go back to this beginning page again. This beginning place where you remember, if you cannot remember how to go to websites, click on sales funnels. Now, if we go to our main dashboard, okay, it's not updating. Should have updated, but it's not updates. Maybe because my email has been subscribed here, or because I've exceeded my plan. If you go to your main dashboard, the email that I just put, first time an email I put should appear here. Okay, it should just show here. That's where it should show live updates. Okay, or maybe it's taking some time. But what was I about to show you? All right, back to this, right? So we go back to websites, we go to sales funnels. Remember, it's test 2 we're updating. So we'll come over here. Now you can automate some things. And we're going to go into that more in the next video because this has become quite lengthy. So you want to add a rule. There's no rule here now. You can simply do when this event happens. So you click on plus. So it says for next step from 1 subscribe. Of course, when they contact, just subscribe through a form. So once the person puts their first name and email, the way I just put it there, what action do I want them to take? Right? So this has already registered. I click on action. So I can either subscribe them to a particular campaign, which is a list of emails that we've created. Don't forget that, right? I can add a tag to them. I can tag them, oh, this person is a payer. So if somebody pays now and you send them to a link, okay, if somebody pays and you send them to a link and they come over and you set this automation to happen, you add a tag, maybe paid subscribers, then they're automatically going to be tagged as paid people, are people who are paying for stuff or something, or somebody who bought something. You can either send an email. Okay, you can send an email, just one email, or you can add them to a campaign. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to add them to a campaign. So you know those 5 emails we've written in ChatGPT, you are going to go to the email side and create it. Okay, we'll do this when we're doing all the automations in a separate video. I want to show you how to create a landing page. Okay, you want to enroll them in a course or whatever it is you want to do. All of them are here, but we're mainly going to be using add a tag, remove a tag, subscribe to a campaign, unsubscribe for a campaign, and the rest of that. And that's all you have to do, okay? So you can click subscribe to a campaign, but it's not time to choose the campaign. But I can choose this one now, FB ads follow up. And that's it. That's an old campaign. I'll click save rule. So anytime the person puts their, comes to that page now and they click their first name and their email, it's going to take them to these campaigns, the FB ads follow up. This one I've created here, right? And there's just, I think, only 2 emails in it. How this training will help you from distance to distance, right? Just 2 emails. So in the next video, we're going to create campaigns Right, so we're going to delete all this and create a new campaign, and then we're going to subscribe. We're going to create campaign. I'm going to show you how to use automation rules for that. Okay. So with that being said, that's the end of this video for building a landing page. It's been quite lengthy. I think it's the longest one yet, about 50 minutes. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay. So what you want to be doing now is that you want to be playing around with everything I've shown you when it comes to building a landing page, whether you're using a phone or whether you're using a laptop. Go right now and start playing around with it. So if you have any questions, you can reach out. And I'll see you in the next video.